Lights are on. Turn our fuel pump on. Okay, got ignition. Normal. Off. Alright, let's announce taxi to runway 36.
Hurlburt traffic Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo is taxiing to runway 36.
And we are quite a bit heavier again. I took on a lot of fuel, so. And yes, there's our windsock, so. Well, that went pretty smooth. Pretty easy. I think that altitude worked pretty good, so let's just get right back up to 12,000 feet. And let's go ahead and tell everybody we are going to be heading to the, let's just do north.
Hurlburt traffic Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo taking off runway 36 north departure.
Okay. We're going right between north and west, so about right in the middle, so. Which is fine because we're taking off to the north. Okay, 1 notch of flap, all lights on, fuel pump on, full prop, and let's take off. Wants to weather vane to the left because of our wind, so I'll just hold that off and rotate. When you take off, you just maintain the runway heading until you fly to the end of the runway, and then you can pretty much do what you need to do. That way, if something goes wrong, you might have an option to touch back on the runway. Usually you don't, but around this airport, all you got is wood, so if you have an engine failure on takeoff, you might really want to plan it back down on the runway, or right here it's going to hurt a little bit, so not a lot of options. So try to climb out as fast as you can. As we all know, altitude gives you alternatives. Okay, let's get clean. Flaps up, trim. That was a little abrupt. Switch the autopilot back on and nosed over. All right, heading straight west. Get connected back to our original line. Let's get climbing a little faster here, so let's dial it back at a cool 100 knots. That's just 5 knots above speed Y, so 95 is a good climb out, so we'll just give it an extra 100. We're 676 miles away from Kansas. I might have put on enough fuel to make it the whole way, but we'll just have to watch our fuel and go from there. Okay, our line's coming up. Gonna go ahead and pick our line up, make our little bank to the right. And there it is. Gonna have a little crab to the left because we do have a headwind. It's 28 knots already, so we should be back up into the 40s. We only got a ground speed of 86 knots right now. It's saying we have almost 8 hours to fly. But the faster we get up to cruising altitude, get our speed picked back up, hopefully that'll drop down closer to 4 hours, hopefully. We'll see. There's a plane right off to our nose. We're a little bit higher than they are, so no factor for us. I guess I should at least turn our transponder on. Now that we're out of there, let's zoom out a little bit. Ooh, there's getting into the mountains, but there's our airport. So at this altitude, we are clear all the way. .672 to go. Got our ground speed up to 90 knots. 7 hours, 30 minutes. Oh. And another plane off our nose. We are higher than they are, so if they're not climbing, we should be fine. There's a little airport off to our left downward. Doesn't look too far, but this is the tip of Florida and this is the Great Lakes. So this is the United States right here, and Mexico, the Yucatan Peninsula. So we've got a long way to go. And there's our plane right there. Looks like an airline going down to land. See how much I can increase my power. Had to pull back on takeoff. We were redlining. Okay, we are wide open on throttle and just a titch back. I keep going just a skosh on my prop RPM. It turns red every now and then. Okay, we've got our ground speed up to 97 knots, 6 hours, 53 minutes. So we're slowly getting that time down a little bit. Not to the 4 hours that I want, but I got 2,200 more feet to go. Then we'll get boogieing again. Wow, there's a lot of planes on approach below us. There's another one just creeping underneath my dash. Looks like I'm starting to over torque a little bit. Try to get that calmed down. We'll get down to 1 degree Celsius, so we're going to have to start paying attention. We're getting close to might creep into freezing conditions. No clouds. We're at 0 right now, so yeah, we just got to watch clouds now. Welcome back. And we're not even close to being home yet. We're already gonna start playing the freezing game. All right. We have made it back to 12,000 feet. Level off. We're at 6 hours 54 minutes, so let's peel some time off. Let's get this thing moving. Okay, we've got her down to 4 hours 38 minutes, so that helped a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and peel back and let's get this thing running a little more efficient. Gonna try to find a setting where we don't lose much airspeed. There's 141 knots. If we can maintain that, our fuel burn is at 470 pounds per hour. Well, now we kick back again. Got it down to 4 hours and 37 minutes. That's better than 7 hours. But we do have a 51 knot headwind off to our left nose, so our true airspeed's 175 and it is ground speed 142, so it is holding us back quite a bit. Not quite sure where we are at. I don't know if that is Mobile, Alabama. Let me take a look at my trying to think where we got fuel at. I've already forgot it. think we connected more to Florida, so I'm not quite sure. Let me scroll in here and let's see what's near us. KNRQ. What's KNRQ? KNRQ. Let's see where we're at. KNRQ. Pensacola. So that bay we just flew by is Pensacola, Florida. So no, we are about, what, 100 miles east of Mobile? See how good our eagle eye is. Mobile's right over there somewhere. And that was Tallahassee, Pensacola. So very good. We should be saying goodbye to Florida here soon. Don't have too far to go, and then we're out of Florida. But we should have smooth sailing from now on. We got through the storm systems. Gonna go ahead and double check our weather again. Let's see. Oh, we do have winds. Whew. The wind is blowing in Kansas. We have 31 knots of wind at 300 degrees, gust to 41. So, yeah, we're going to be bucking wind the whole way. But we do have 10 statute miles, visibility broken at 65, broken at 7. So, yeah, just a lot of wind. Today's going to be real windy, and I'm sure it's because of all the storms on the East Coast, so. It's just something we'll have to deal with. We don't have the weather to mess with us, but we got the winds, so. 4 hours and 35 minutes. So we'll just sit back, enjoy the view, and we'll try to get as close as we can with what fuel we have. The game as usual. Well, I'm trying to decide if we should get some fuel. Probably get some fuel now, I guess. Still 418. The wind is kicking our butt. But it looks like we got weather ahead of us, so I think I'm going to go ahead and drop down and hit that KIDL. And let's see what KIDL is. Gotta make sure that's what it is. KIDL. Let's see what that looks like. Uh-huh. 7,000 foot. Looks good. Oh, better stop reading my plates and slow my aircraft down. I am quite high. I really wasn't paying attention. That should be KIDL right there below us. Let's see what they have to say. KIDL, Indianapolis, Minnesota. Oh, it's traffic. Don't have any, so there's no help. So there's our airport right there. We're just going to make a nice little landing this way. Oh, actually, I should be landing this direction, huh? Trying to figure out my winds if they don't change. So let's just do a nice 360 as I come down. I just have boxes on board so I can do my 45-degree turnaround. Cargo doesn't care. And yes, we will be landing runway 36.
Kilo India Delta Lima traffic Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo 5 miles southeast, 7,600 feet inbound to land runway 36.
Okay, everything is set up. Lights are all on. We just got to get rid of some altitude. And this is just a quick stop to throw more fuel on for our last leg. Next time we land, we will be there. There is a RNAV 36 here, but I am just going to fly it in. Wanted to go a little bit farther, but the club bank looks like it's going to get a little sticky, so we'll just jump down here, grab fuel, and then we'll probably the rest of the way I'm going to take it up to max altitude. So this heading we're probably going to be flying, we'll see what 24,000 feet looks like. That is if our winds don't get too bad. The winds have been killing us today. What's our altitude at this airport? Need to know. That's why I looked it up and I forgot to look. Wow, 126. So we need to drop down to 1,100 feet. Pattern altitude 1,000 feet above ground level, so if it's 1126, we'll just put her at 1,100 feet. And we will be good. We have 3,000 feet left to drop. Everything's looking good. Gonna go max prop here though. Start getting things slowed up. It's kinda hard to slow up when you're dropping this fast. Okay, let's go ahead and call final.
Kilo India Delta Lima traffic Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo is on final runway 36 to land.
That lets everybody know we are coming in. 1,000 feet to go. Okay, there's our 1,100 feet. We'll level off here. That bleeds off all our speed. Then we can get flaps set, flaps, and flaps. Full prop, power. Autopilot off. And we do have a 20 knot crosswind, so we'll be crabbing in pretty good. Got to crab into the wind. I'm not coming down. I'm just staying way up here for some reason.
500.
Look at that wind sock. Got a great crosswind right now. Okay, Just roll on down here, flaps up. This will be our last fuel stop, so the plane really wants to weather vane into the wind, so it really wants to turn left really bad. Okay, let's announce clear a runway.
Kilo India Delta Lima traffic Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo is clear of the runway.
And I see our fuel truck, so we're just going to go right to the fuel truck. And there's also their fuel island, it looks like, too. So we can either do fuel truck or their fuel stop. What do we want to do? It's kind of a bummer we have to stop so many times to get fuel, but making a pretty good paycheck. I haven't flown this charter for quite a while. I've been just flying around the world doing dangerous airports, so I'm kind of behind on my neo-fly career, so I think what we'll do is we'll just pull up to this truck, have them top us off, and we'll just get right back into the air. Then drop that package off. Then we got one more package to Idaho still. Flammable. Okay. Get this shut down. Okay. Let's get some fuel. Again. Go spend some more money. That actually worked pretty good, what we did. Should I try that? Ooh. $1,800 in fuel. Okay. We are topped off. Living the dream. We're way overweight now. Okay, let's get our fuel pump going. Ignition on, starter on, and let's call clear out the window. And yes, I think we're gonna have some weather, so we're gonna cruise on up to 24,000 feet. Oxygen will be required. Haven't flown this plane that high for a long time, so. And there's our ignition. Alright, there we go. Okay. Starter off. Ignition normal. Fuel pump off. Alright. Wind hasn't changed. Wow, it's actually working. Okay, we're gonna take off. Announce taxi to runway
Kilo
36.
India Delta Lima traffic Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo is taxiing to runway 36.
And there's our report. So let's just go ahead and taxi to runway 36. Copy. The graphics at this airport aren't too good. Doesn't draw too far into the future there. Have to see what the problem is on that. Don't like that. Okay, let's get things set up. 24,000 feet cruising altitude. Gonna have another crosswind. All lights are on. Fuel pump on. And now we are heavy. Having to use my differential braking to turn because of that wind wants to throw my plane where I don't want to go. Okay, runway 36. Let's go ahead and we are going to take off to the, yes, here we are again, north.
Kilo India Delta Lima traffic Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo taking off runway 36 departure to the north.
Okay, pretty good crosswind. 1 notch of flaps. Everything looks good. Bring my prop back just a little bit and let's take off. 140 feet. Altimeter set. Lights on. And it wants to weather vane. So I'm turning into the wind a little bit. And as my speed comes up, it gets less and less. Perfect. And there's letting go of my rudder and see how much I was crabbing. Fly runway heading, flap up, trim the plane. Nice little climb. She wants to go up. Yeah, look at that cloud bank. That's what I was looking at. So it's just like, yep, let's just grab fuel while we can. Now we gotta grab our nav line again. Okay, we're on our heading bug. I got my climb speed set at 105 knots. And when we get close to grabbing my line, I'll switch over to nav. And let's get above this weather. And yes, we are cheating a little bit at 24,000 feet. We have to be IFR, but we're going to go IFR without talking to air traffic control because we all know how that goes. It is not pretty when you have to use their air traffic. Okay. Just left Mississippi. Indianola, Mississippi. Next stop, Benton, Kansas. Lloyd Stearman Field. Go ahead and look. We have an RNAV 17 runway, that's it. But I believe that the winds are not going to want that. The winds are 330, 27 knots, gusting to 39. So, nope, the exact opposite. Our runways are 1735. We will be landing runway 35 if the weather doesn't change. So we're going to have to visually fly it. Gonna shallow off just a bit. We're climbing 1,000, but I want a little more airspeed, so I'm gonna turn this to 120 for now. That'll level us off, get us a little more ground speed, get the plane going a little faster, gets our ground speed. So if I'm gonna fly this next leg to Idaho, we need to get motoring. It's gonna be a long day of flying. 400 miles to go. And I'm at 13:13 right now, and our local time is 2:13. So we're just an hour off. So I'll gain an hour around, just after we take off again. Hit Mountain Standard Time, or Mountain Time. So, all right, here we go. 400 miles, up to 24,000 feet. Gonna cruise, see how fast we can get going. Well, we are getting close. 30 minutes out. I think it's about ready to start our descent. And then we're going to go on about 2,400 feet. Got 32 below Celsius and clouds, so we may ice up a little bit. So we'll go ahead and drop down to 2,300 feet. The field elevation is 1,364, so that'll get us our 1,000 foot. Well, let's do 24. Okay, that's about perfect. We'll be 700 feet per minute. We'll be right before the field, so we'll just cruise on down. Hopefully we won't gain too much airspeed. Keep an eye on that. That's an outer marker. Oh, what is up? I do not know why we have an alarm. I changed the nav frequency. I thought it was an outer marker, but I don't see why. Okay, that's annoying. I don't know what it's about. Not quite sure what that's about. We're not over speed, but it sounds like an overspeed. But we're not even close. Has to be some kind of overspeed at 150. But our red mark's at 175, so I'm not quite sure. So we'll bring her back to an idle. And now we'll control our speed with the descent. 'cause I really do need to get down. Now we're below 18,000 feet. Readjust my barometric pressure because we were at standard. There is no control tower, so this will just be us landing. And we have a 17 and a 35 runway, which the winds are 32 up here, so I believe we're going to hit runway 35. So it'll be a straight in again. Which ought to be good. Okay, I'm not quite sure what that is. We're back up to 155, and so far no alarm, so not quite sure what that was. Okay, we'll probably pick up a little ice here. Negative 20C. And visible precip. So, but we should be fine. Even if we do pick up some ice, we should be able to get rid of it when we drop through the base. Oh, we might just hit this hole and go right through the clouds and not even worry about picking up ice. Nice. Look at that. That opened up quite nicely. Okay, we're 38 miles out, going to 1K1. Let's see if we can find 1K1. One K7. Doesn't look like it's in reach yet. Should be. We're 36 miles out. Usually 40 is the I don't know why we can't pick it up. One 123.075 it looks like. Oh, there it is. I was tuning it in, and by the time I found it,
traffic Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo Tree 1 miles southeast 9,600 feet inbound to land runway tree 5.
okay. I was just going to turn to the frequency, but Well, and you see in our cruise that I was going to go 24,000, but I was struggling to climb, so I leveled off at 20,000 feet. We are quite heavy, so instead of wasting the time and effort to get up that extra 4,000 feet, we were good at 20. So I just leveled off and called her quits. It was smooth above the clouds, so worked out quite nice. We won't be as heavy leaving here. I think we're only carrying 565 pounds, so we'll be able to top off all our tanks, throw 565 on board, and we will just whistle to Idaho. And it should be right 3 o'clock in the afternoon here in Kansas. The wind has killed us today. I should be fueled up and back in the air by now, and we're just barely not even landed yet, so that is what it is. It's what happens when you go east-west. Okay, it looks like our runway up there. Let's see what they prefer here. Gonna be running runway 35. Does not say, so we'll do a right base runway 35. Well, what I thought was the airport, I believe, is a lake. So I do not have the airport in sight. It's right in that clouded area, so the sun isn't shining. Surprised it's been a fairly smooth flight. I thought we'd have a lot more turbulence today than we have. Must be Benton, Kansas, maybe? No. It's even farther than that. I'm not quite sure what city this is that we're flying over right now. Okay, we're at pattern altitude. 8 miles away, and I still do not have the airport in sight. Sometimes these are a little tough to find. Well, I don't have eyeballs on it yet, but we should be final, so let's announce final.
1 Kilo 1 traffic Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo is on final runway tree 5 to land.
I think it's where them buildings are in front of us, but I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna line up to that anyway. I'm struggling to see things today for some reason. Yep, that's it. So let's get rid of our autopilot. The wind is 30 knots, so we're going to have a quite interesting landing. The runway was hiding behind all the buildings, so wow, that wind is choppy.
500.
Transporter from dispatch. Nice landing. Go to the next parking and put your parking brake on. I'll be in touch.
Boy, those hangars are close. Wow, look at that sock straight out. So I've got the plane diving forward and to my left to make sure the wind don't flip us. We're pretty heavy, but still. You don't want to mess with the wind while you're taxiing, so you dive into the wind or pull away from the wind if it's behind you. So a nice TBM there.
Transporter from dispatch. Okay, nice job. Someone is coming to take the cargo. I'll call you when it's done.
Call me when it's done. Very good. Our TBM disappeared on us. Where'd it go? Boy, you can hear the wind blowing, can't you?
Transporter from dispatch. Everything seems okay. The customer looks happy. Mission ended.
Very good. Wow. Oh, again, no takeoffs, but 3 landings. Not quite sure how that works. Oof. 7 hours. Wow. Alright. Let's get over here to Neofly and see what they have to say. I didn't get 2 of my buttons, but we made 118 bucks. 1,000 miles. Everything's good on the plane. So, yeah. There we go. We're in Wichita. I don't know why. Oh, that was our G-force was too high. Not quite sure. G-force was too high. Speed. That was our alarm going off that got us. And we have another one here. Oh, that was probably when we landed, maybe? It was at 8 feet, so. Oh well, can't win them all, I guess. It was a fairly successful flight, I feel. I was gonna see what the town was. We're just outside of Wichita. Augusta, Kansas was what we flew over with the lake. Just outside of Wichita. Very good. Well, appreciate you flying along. I am going to get this loaded back up. Well, get this, we're unloaded. I already got the rest of the cargo on and get going to Idaho. So we'll see you on that one. Have a great day. Bye.